Welcome to the Recommended Daily Value Podcast, your daily dose into the health and wellness world.
Welcome back to the Recommended Daily Value Podcast, brought to you by Umzu. I'm your host, Tyler Woodward, and today we're going to be talking about what it means to be healthy. Now, I think this is a really important subject that we all should be talking about because the word healthy may be one of the most overused words on the planet, and that's largely a result of the word not having any sort of meaningful definition. In fact, if you look up the definition of healthy, what comes up is in good health, or healthy cells, or not diseased, which does not provide any meaningful information as to what being healthy really means. So I think we can do a lot better. I think a much more useful definition of quote-unquote being healthy is the ability to maintain homeostasis. Homeostasis is defined as the ability of the body and its cells to maintain a condition of equilibrium, a stable internal environment as it deals with external changes. So basically, being healthy means the ability to maintain balance between your internal environment, your body, and your external environment, your life and all the stresses that you encounter within it. The most fundamental living unit of our body is our cells, which govern our ability to remain in balance with our environment. When our cells fall out of balance and cannot restore homeostasis, disease or sickness ensues. So the question then becomes, what causes our cells to become unhealthy? And the simplest answer to that is stress. While stress comes in many different shapes and sizes, stress at its most basic level is just an imposed demand that your body must respond to. But this stress response comes at a cost in the form of resources, both energy as in calories, or specific macro and micronutrients that are used in this response to that stress. If your cells run out of the resources needed to respond to a given stress, then that stressor wins, so to speak, and your cell can no longer achieve homeostasis, and that cell becomes sick or it falls out of balance. Eventually, if enough resources are used and enough cells become sick, this may eventually emanate as some form of disease, as your body can no longer handle the stresses being imposed upon it and begins to break down as a result. So I'd argue that being healthy comes down to consuming enough energy/calories to meet both our bodies and cells' nutrient demands. Following this logic, the healthiest foods would be the most nutrient-dense foods, which includes foods like meat and organ meats, fish, eggs, dairy, and roots like potatoes that are both packed with calories and micronutrients in forms that are highly accessible to humans and among other mammals. Well, that's it for this episode. Thanks for tuning in. And if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit that subscribe button and share with a friend. And until next time, guys, be good. And just a reminder that these opinions are my own, based on my own research and experiences, and are not medical advice.